Hello, this is Pam Free again from Weight Best for Osteoporosis. And today we're going to talk about supplements for your bones. Most of you have the DVD from 6 or 7 years ago, and some of that is slightly out of date. Most of it's still correct, but some of it's slightly out of date. So we'll start with the basics for bones. The first one is vitamin D3. And I buy this from iherb.com. I'll write all this stuff down in the written part of the newsletter. It's the cheapest way to get it. And it's a tiny little pill, a little caplet. Anyone can take that. It's so easy to swallow. You take vitamin D3 and not D2 because the D2 is made synthetically and this is more natural in some way, and so it's more easily absorbed. And everyone needs it. Even if you think you're getting sunshine, you're probably not, because the way that the sun's coming in this time of the year, or how many clothes you have on, or sunscreen, we just don't get as much sun as we think we do. So I take, this is 5,000 units, and there are whole books written about vitamin D3 now and how much it improves everything, not just your bones, all kinds of stuff in your body. So this is a 5,000 unit pill, and I take 2 of them a day. Now if you're worried about taking too much, every time you go for testing, maybe twice a year to your doctor, ask for a D test and see how you are on the scale. You should be 50 or over, because they think that 20 to 30 is okay. It's not okay. They're wrong. You want to be in the very highest part of the range, and even then it's not dangerous. So when I was really low, I took 4 of these a day, which would be 20,000 units. And if you want more information about this, you can go to mercola.com. He's my source for most of the information that I have about nutrition that's up to date. He does incredible research. A lot of his products are really, really good. So I go to him first, and then if he doesn't have what I need, then I would go somewhere else. Okay, the next thing is vitamin K2, and this is a new kind of vitamin K2, which is called MK7. And I read about it, and I understood it when I read it, but I didn't retain it, so you'll have to do that research yourself. What I would like to do is give you the guidelines, and then have you go and research it online. If you're a little computer phobic, this is a good way to get over it. If you go to Google and put in vitamin K2, and then you'll find out that there's some new discovery that they've made recently that makes this particular kind, MK7, much better than the rest. So then you can read about it and find out for yourself. Okay. Then my supplement, which is a multivitamin, that I take is the Whole Food Multivitamins Plus from Dr. Mercola. So the difference between the synthetic vitamins that they have in the drugstore, the 1 a day kind, that really just pass right through you and don't even ever get absorbed, and these, is that they've actually chemically connected the vitamin that you want and the food that makes your body recognize it as food. So if your body doesn't recognize what you're eating as food, it dumps it. It doesn't take any notice of it, or else it stores it somewhere you wouldn't want it stored. So it's very important to have one that really has some connection with food. Now these are big pills. This is the largest pill that I could take comfortably. And you're supposed to take 8 of them a day. I figure there's a lot of people who out there who are 250 pounds. And if they take 8 a day, I only need 4 a day. So that's all I take, 2 in the morning and 2 in the afternoon. I take vitamins, but I don't make it my rigid rule. I have days off and I forget and I get busy, and it's not a big deal. So long as you have a good background in nutrition, you can make do when you skip a few days. Okay, then this one is a probiotic. Now that's a healthy organism that makes your body work better. And you take it separately before anything else in the morning. And I think this is really good for, especially for my system, because I have a tendency towards candida. And so if I take these, then I can keep that under control. So that's a complete probiotic, and that one's from Dr. Mercola as well. Now I have cod liver oil, and that's been kind of replaced by Dr. Mercola with krill oil, but I still like the cod liver oil the best. So I have a tablespoon of this every couple of days. It doesn't taste bad. I just eat it right off the spoon, sometimes when I'm having a salad. Okay, then I take additional C, and there's a new way of having C, which is liposomal. So they've connected it somehow with something else. It gets it delivered to the brain and the blood better. So all of the things we eat get churned up by the acids in our digestion until it's mush, and then they go down through the intestines, and your body takes what it wants out of the mush. So a lot of times when you take something, it just gets lost in the shuffle. And they found a way to deliver vitamin C so that this is like taking 10 of the old-fashioned pills. And it's called liposomal vitamin C. I highly recommend it. I take it whenever I feel like I take it every day, but I also take more when I feel like I'm coming down with something. If I have any slight feeling of unease in my body, I take 2 extra of these, and then I get to feeling better again. Okay, and now the big thing is calcium and the minerals. So today I had a test on my ankle bone with a sonar machine. They're just this little machine that tests your bones with sonar, unlike the DEXA scan, which is radiation, and which I don't believe in anyway. And the testing guy, who was a doctor, said that there's information coming out from NASA that they don't use calcium and magnesium supplements anymore. They use silica and bentonite. So that really rang a bell with me, because I used to have bentonite when I was really sick, and it helped me get better again. I had bentonite in my bath, and it sucks out all of the toxins in your body. But we're taking in toxins all the time, every day. So if you take it, and I also did take it back then internally, so you can take it internally or put it in your bathtub. So here's the deal with bentonite. Bentonite has in it 80 different minerals. It's a natural clay. It's been used for centuries all over the world. And it has magnesium and calcium in the proper ratio, and the silica actually pushes the calcium and magnesium into the bone. So what people don't know about calcium and magnesium is that the receptor sites on the cells are the same for both of them. So you never know when you take calcium and magnesium in the same pill, which almost every supplement maker puts them in the same pill. And they know better, but they think people won't buy it if they have to take 2 different pills a day. So if you have bentonite, it regulates the silica, keeps the balance between the calcium and the magnesium in your body. Somehow, who knows how. And when it does that, your hormonal system also works better. So the bentonite, if you'll go on the websites and read it, just put in bentonite for bones, And there's all these people raving about how bentonite saved their life and all of that. But NASA's behind it, so it's not just folklore. Read it for yourself and see. But I'm going back to taking the bentonite clay in liquid twice a day from now on. And my reading actually said that I was in osteopenia, which I was before. I'd like to get that a little better, more towards no bone problems at all. And so I'm giving myself 3 months. And with this sonar test, you don't have to wait 2 years. In 3 months, your bones will change if you're making some radical changes. So my radical changes are going to be, I'm adding the bentonite clay twice a day. Maybe I'll put some in my bathtub as well. And then I'm also going to start wearing my vest every time I dance, because I've been a little slipshod about that, thinking that the dance was enough, because it's really pounding exercise with my feet, so I figured it was enough. But I'd like to get my bones a little stronger even. So now I'm going to wear my weight vest every single time I dance, 4 hours a week, and then also when I walk on the beach, which I do already. So in 3 months I'll have my bones tested again and see what the difference is. Oh, one more. Magnesium. So we're all short in this country on magnesium. And when calcium is pushed on women so hard, when they have bone issues, that's a disservice, because the more calcium you take, the more your magnesium-calcium ratio gets out of balance. So this is something I put in my tub also. It's ancient minerals and it's pure magnesium oil, it says. And I actually, after my tub, I put about a tablespoon in my tub, and then after the tub I spray on my body a mixture of half water and half this. And that's very relaxing. It helps you sleep. And if you have any aches and pains in your body, be sure and spray it on those areas. People with long-standing wrist problems or knee problems, when they use this stuff regularly and spray it on their body before they go to bed, then those issues resolve. Also, both the magnesium and the bentonite clay will keep you regular, cleaned out, keep everything flowing nicely, and keep you much healthier that way as well. So these are more natural solutions for keeping healthy. I like to have my stuff the way nature made it if I can. Okay, so I think that's it. And there are zillions of supplements out there. Whatever you want to take is fine. Just do your research. Find out for yourself. Don't ask me. That's not my job. Find out for yourself what you want to take. But this is your guideline just for your bones. Okay? Thanks a lot.